Gutterball!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to frame 20 of Gutterball of season 20 of episode 20. We got our two lovely co-hosts here, Brandon and Paul. Got some great topics to go into, really good energy. We're all jacked up on caffeine. We're ready to go. Gonna be a great show. Nothing super special. Just want to kind of get into what's been going on with the podcast. As always, we're putting out shorts. I'm trying to get out 2 a day. Brandon's been doing timestamps. They're looking great. We're uploading on TikTok now, so find us on TikTok. But other than that, how's everyone's week's been? How's everyone feeling?
Good. Long week, even though I have tomorrow off of work. Deer hunting season, but we'll get into that. But other than that, not a whole lot.
How you doing, Aller?
Yeah. Doing pretty good.
Good.
Feeling great.
Fuck yeah.
Feeling great. Amen. God bless.
God bless. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing good. Just fucking cranking out content for the cast, and whatnot. As Paul said,
Slow
hunting
week.
season this weekend. Yeah, slow week. Pretty chill.
Yeah, chill. It's a good. Yeah, not slow. It was chill. Just-
For
Well,
those-
Halloween happened this
Yeah.
week, so how's everyone's Halloween? Anyone get up into the Halloween shenanigans?
Briefly went to a Halloween party my neighbors were having. That was pretty much it. I didn't really do anything else.
Yeah, mine is pretty chill.
Yeah, for
Move
sure.
Everything over here.
My highlight, or guess not highlight, but it was pretty cool. Buddy Tony brought his kid over, dressed up as Mickey Mouse. It was pretty cool.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
to-
Sick. Nice.
He was telling me a story how his kid was trick or treating pretty funny, just the way he was. It's like his first like walking up trick or treat to the door type, actually doing it. So
Yeah.
that was exciting. It was
Yeah.
cute to see.
You should
Yeah.
just get him addicted to the Kingdom Hearts games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That'd be so up
Those
his
games
alley
are
once he gets
gnarly.
older.
Oh, just nothing but Kingdom Heart merch, clothing.
For his first, like his next birthday. Oh, look what Uncle Haller got you, a PlayStation 2 and Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
He's like, PlayStation 2, I wanted the PlayStation 5. It's like, nah, this
Yeah,
is
no,
better,
but
though.
I'll get him a PS4 and the
Yeah.
whole that Kingdom Heart, like the story so far, where I think it's everything besides 3.
Your argument to
that.
him is just like, well, there's more games on the PS2 than the 5, so it's better.
Yeah,
Take it.
it's better. Yeah, take what you're getting.
Yeah, you're getting it.
More content in the future to look forward
Yeah,
to. You
more
know what I'm
content.
saying?
I just picture
You save up every
Howler
nickel,
like
young lad.
at the
Just-
birth of that kid, and he's got a PS2 like wrapped and shit. He's like ready to go. He's like, come on, let's get this kid playing some games.
Because I mean, it's not my kid, obviously, but like,
Right.
it's like I wanna manipulate him into doing things that I enjoy.
Yeah, right. Same with
So
same
then
with
do it.
me with our niece, fucking Addie. Like, I'm like waiting
Yeah.
till Addie gets to the point where I can be that uncle that will like give her money and shit. Like,
You
look
just
out
wanna
for
be
that
the
guy.
cool,
Yeah,
"That's
right.
Uncle
Like,
Jack."
yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Not a
If
not a
you're
creepy
actually
uncle though.
related. No,
Not a
I-
creepy
not
No,
even related to the-
Jack and I have an Uncle Alfred, and that was like his staple. Every time we saw him, when we were a kid, which was kind of rare. He'd always have like a crisp $10 bill for each of
Or
us.
something,
Or
yeah,
something. He always had
yes.
some money. He'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?" He'd have it in one hand, and you'd shake the other. And he'd give it to you like a
Yeah,
hand
dude.
transaction.
you
Yeah,
know, and-
yeah.
You're like, I don't know who this guy is, but he's fucking gnarly. This
Yeah,
guy's
yeah,
dope.
dude, I
Like,
just-
you barely know. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
My one interaction a year with this guy. He gives me money. I can't complain. Alfred was dope. He's a dope dude.
Yeah.
Shout out Alfred real quick.
Shout out.
I
Uncle
hope you're
Alfred.
tuning into the cast, which I know you are. So
He's not
Alfred
fucking
watches the
watching
cast.
this.
You know,
No. Pretty
No.
sure this would offend him and our aunt.
yeah.
oh yeah.
that's
Oh,
the
it
thing,
would.
is I totally have. I think we talked about even the first or second episode, just like kind of I totally have like family that totally not like some of the shit that I say.
No.
Oh, 100%. Why do
It
you
is
think
what it is.
like I literally I'm not joking with you guys. Somebody at work, like, I don't know, a week ago was kind of laughing when I came towards them, and then like I didn't think really anything of it, and they were talking to somebody else, and I overheard like podcasts, and I was like, oh, I hope no one
Oh.
found it. And I'm just like but no, this has been like the third, and I don't say anything about it. It's been like the third or fourth time though that like something similar like that's happened, and I immediately think me, but I'm like, there's millions of podcasts. Like, it could be anybody's.
Mm,
No one's
Yeah,
directly
for
come up to
sure.
me yet and be like, hey, man, like, what's it like,
Doing that.
doing that? Like, no one's directly called it out, but I'm just like, ooh,
Mhm.
like, I just under the radar, like, walk away, like, if I hear anybody talking about it. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
who knows, man? Anybody at work now at this point could have just been going through YouTube Shorts and fucking, there's my
Sure
bald
enough.
head ass.
100%.
Like,
I mean, we've been cranking them out pretty hard. That's funny you say that because I've been lately telling people at work more and more because I've been getting more comfortable with coworkers. So now I'm just like, hey,
For
you
marketing
like
it.
yeah.
podcasts? Oh, dude,
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck, dude.
podcasts.
Dude, I'll show them shorts and be like, hey, check out this short, and I'll like make them watch it. I'll be like, check out this short I did. It's funny. Laugh at this shit, And
Tell your
yeah,
friends.
I'm like sub. I'm gonna come back tomorrow, and if you're not sub, I'm gonna be pretty upset with you.
You want that promotion, right? You better sub.
Yeah. Let me open your phone. Show me a subscription list.
Show me.
But yeah,
Actually, well,
I want people to see it. Like, this is what we do. Like, we have a good time on here. Like, I do get like we do say some fuck shit on here, so it's like I want people to see that side. But I don't know. Just
It's
want more
all
followers and
entertainment
shit.
purposes,
It's all
people. It's all
entertainment.
for
It's all
entertainment
satire.
purposes.
Yeah.
None of it's serious. None of us are
Mhm.
serious when we're doing this goofy hour
comedians.
show.
A little
We're
bit.
comedians,
Sometimes I'm
yeah.
serious.
Yeah, sometimes if we get into debates, it can get a little serious. Majority of the time, it's satire.
Yeah.
How do you filter it out? No one knows.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yep. Yep. Very true.
Kid Rock is Moses Jones' soundtrack.
Yeah. Guys, ever hear that one?
It's fucking horrible.
It's terrible. All right, ladies
First
and
of all,
gentlemen. Well, first of all, like let's
ahead.
lay down what a Moses Jones is.
Yeah.
People that don't know. Fuck, who was even in that movie?
Chris Rock and
Chris Rock.
some other
and,
big actor plays the pill man.
But either way, it's a movie
I
about
think it's
like
Chris Rock.
germs, I guess.
Bill
Bill
Murray.
Murray was in it. Yeah. Both germs battling, having outs with each other. It is an animated
Animation
kids
and
film.
with, like,
Yeah,
real
early 2000s,
Yeah.
maybe 90s. I think it might have even be 90s. I don't know.
like
But
2000.
Yeah.
yeah, there's some songs in that soundtrack that are a little sus for a kids movie.
So like Kid Rock did a majority of it, and there's like lines about hoes and like
Fucking minors.
yeah, it's like you go back, just go look up like Daddy Cool. Kid Rock as Moses Jones is a good example. Like he's Daddy Cool in as Moses
He's
Jones. He's like
Daddy
a
Cool.
germ with like that just looks like Kid Rock essentially.
And mind you, this is the song that they use for advertising that movie. Like this is like, the movie soundtrack song.
2001.
Kid
And
Rock.
this is
2001.
a direct thing he says. Let me just to make sure my camera's not fucked up here. And I quote, he says, this is going to be taken out of context and made into a short, just me saying this. But he says, young ladies, I like 'em young, see. Some say that's statutory, but I say it's mandatory.
That's fucked
In a
up.
kid's
That's so
movie,
gross.
I think not, Kid Rock. I think not.
I don't think in any song, Kid Rock, that line
No,
is okay.
yeah. I think it's. I think I get what Kid Rock is like. He's being it's a joke, Maybe he is serious. I don't know. I don't know Kid Rock, so I can't say it's a joke.
Yeah.
What's he up to?
I
What's Kid Rock up to?
I don't care. I do like that one song he did with Yellow Wolf though, Let's Roll. And he's got the sick camo beats, like the real tree beats.
I think I've heard that.
Fuck no.
You don't like that?
That All Summer Long. Is that what it's called?
Oh
that,
yeah.
Rip off of Sweet Home Carolina. Or not Sweet Home Carolina. The fuck's that song? The Sweet Home Alabama. Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
I feel like we should have also thought about that.
Sweet Home Alabama. That song is classic.
song.
I don't like it, but like if it's on, I'm not upset.
Agreed.
You know what? I'm never upset if it like comes on the radio. I'm like, all right, Toto by Africa.
Oh,
Everyone,
classic.
it's like
Classic.
one of those
100%.
like cringy. Everyone likes that song. Yeah, I get behind that. I actually do at work. They've been playing music on the speakers more and more, and that creates a lot of problems. One side, but also it's good because they actually play decent music. They had Phil Collins going, like consistently, like 3 Phil Collins songs back to back. So I'm like, yeah, let's go. But I also listen to music while I work, so I got like 2 music sources going in my ear, and people ask me questions, so it's all
Yeah.
fucked up.
They say if you play Toto by Africa backwards on vinyl, it summons Cthulhu. Just
That'd be
fucking with
so
you.
fuck.
We'll have to
That'd be so-
Cthulhu's badass. Speaking,
proof
I
test
love
that.
just badass, big, colossal monsters. Today, fucking good call. Today's Godzilla Day. The day that we're
Oh.
recording this right now, it's Godzilla Day, and they actually just announced Toho is making or releasing a new Godzilla a year from today. So it's Japan's first Godzilla since Shin Godzilla. I'm pretty pumped.
Hell
Shout
yeah,
out
man.
Godzilla.
That's awesome. Yeah,
That
you
is
know,
sick.
I've barely seen many Godzilla films. I wasn't. Speaking of this, Godzilla, I'm trying to find a copy of Godzilla Destroy All Monsters for fucking
With the
GameCube.
GameCube?
Yeah,
If you can do that, dude, I
I'm
will
trying so hard.
100%.
It's
Yeah.
expensive.
Haven't heard of that one.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
oh,
dude, it's
Jack, we
a beat
played
'em
it.
up game.
We used to have it. It's so funny. You can
Oh,
pick
no
up the
shit.
you can
hot
pick up the
game, hot
buildings
game.
and throw them at each other, dude. It was sick.
That's
Ugh.
sick.
Me and my buddies way back in the day, no shit. I would bring my GameCube controller to their house because they had the game and GameCube.
Yeah.
And for like 2 or 3 weeks straight, every day I'd pedal my ass over there with my GameCube controller, and 4 of us all day
Hell yeah.
beating the shit out of each other
Classic.
on that game.
But
Good times.
other than that, my exposure is just the Matthew Broderick movie and then like the new Bryan Cranston one, and like that's pretty much it. And honestly, I like the Broderick one. I didn't think it was that bad. Growing up is just nostalgic though. You look back at it and watch it again, and you're like, this is fucking horrible.
And that's the thing is like if it's like that's because that's what it was for me. Is it was definitely that was my first exposure when I was super young.
Yeah.
As well, and so like it has that nostalgic value, but if you're like comparing it to all the other ones, it's
Yeah.
not good.
Matthew Broderick
the
was
weakest.
irresponsibly driving and killed 2 women.
Yeah, he did actually,
and got off.
I have heard about that. Yeah,
And got off.
in England or something, wasn't it?
As something like that. The only reason why I know that is because there's a Facebook page I follow that's literally called like Matthew Broderick irresponsibly drove on this day and killed these 2 women, and like every day they post about that, like a reminder. Like, oh yeah, like dude, it'll be like some shooting happens to be like, yeah, this is pretty bad. But you want to know what else is bad? Matthew Broderick got away with like, and it just every time because he seriously he got off on just killing those 2 ladies.
It was in like the 90s or something.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I don't remember
Like
him.
around Ferris Bueller, I want to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's that dude. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know who we were
could've
talking
put a
about. I'm
face
like,
to a name
I'm
there.
like,
Ferris Bueller's
Yeah.
Day Off. Yeah.
yeah, like
Bueller.
Oh, I totally remember hearing about
Bueller.
that. Yeah. Now that you say that, that seems like something he looks like somebody that would do that.
2 other GameCube games I'm trying to get though are Pokemon Stadium or Coliseum and Pokemon. It's like XD or something. It's like the only like, it's like the last good Pokemon game they made for GameCube, I think, and it's like $200. It's like Nightingale or some bullshit. Like something like that. It's got a weird, I don't know.
Is it like an adventure game?
I think so. The Pokemon
think-
games on GameCube are like the most expensive ones, next to like those ones that didn't sell a lot of copies.
Yeah,
I believe it.
It's a hot. GameCube's so sick, dude. I wish
know.
I kept mine. I know I've fucking pounded that down so many times. How I just wish I've kept all my gaming shit over the years, but
Once
Yeah.
you get on that.
I'm starting to collect as much as I can. However, I'm taking a big pause period now until like kind of after Christmas, I think. Just not gonna really.
I want to
good
get
way to
back
do
to
it.
get collecting my vinyls again. I have so many vinyls and I just haven't bought one in so long. I want to get back on doing that. Well, I also don't have the money right now to be doing that, so it's a
For
good thing
sure.
I'm not, but
Yeah.
I'd like to get back doing that for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, vinyls are dope. Haven't bought a vinyl in a while. I think the last one I got, actually it's coming soon, is the Gray Gorilla, Ramirez on vinyl.
Nice.
It like I ordered it in like August and they said it wouldn't ship until like middle of November, so I'm like hyped. I'm like it's supposed to ship this month, so I'm like
Nice. That's exciting. That's a good
Yeah.
album too. Fuck
Mhm.
yeah. Do you know what kind of press it's gonna be? If it's
I don't remember
just
what they
regular
said,
black one,
but
Even if it's a black one, having an
Oh,
album
it's
on
red.
vinyl.
Oh, it's red. Yeah, I
Oh, it
think.
is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. They showed a
Nice.
premiere as the. I was also thinking about the Puya 5.5 vinyl. He only released 500 of them,
Oh,
and I
that's sick.
remember when those dropped, and I remember it sitting in the store, his webpage, and I still kick myself for not buying one of those because they're going for like 400 or 500. It's only made 500. I'm not paying that much for it, but I'm like, fuck, god damn it, why did I not buy that 5.5 vinyl? Like that shit was sick.
Dude, just wait like
I want
40
that.
years and you'll find it at like some garage sale.
It'll be all real gross and shit. Oh, check it out, Puya. Who's
I love
Puya?
limited vinyls. Like have a couple, and like they might probably not even be worth anything, but to me, like they worth a lot. Like yeah, you guys know Thyre's Murder. I got
Yeah.
their last 2 albums. I got like limited pressings of both of those albums on vinyl. Couple shit like that.
Hell yeah.
I actually, oh man, one time my mom actually, real quick, she ordered me like this super sick, rare press of Frizzle Primus album on
Nice.
vinyl.
Hell yeah.
That like, I was like, damn, like she got it for Christmas for me a few years ago, and it was super sick. I'd never seen it before, and I looked it up, and I was like, damn, mom, you actually ordered me like a limited one. Like she said it wasn't that expensive. But I was like, fuck yeah, it's worth some
Bob
bucks
did
now.
good.
Hell yeah,
Fire.
fuck yeah.
When
It
mom comes
was
through.
awesome. Mm-hmm.
You guys ever think about going back in time and bringing one song with you? It'd be HDMI by Bones. I'm just fucking kidding. You go,
Okay, that's a good question.
You
I
go,
like that.
You go.
That's a good question, but that's a whole.
That's a whole turn.
You go
I'd
back.
rather
Like,
Control Delete by
You-
Bones.
We
if you're
gonna
gonna do a
handle
Bones
that.
song.
We gonna handle that.
You fucking you like wake up and you're like, oh, and you're like some log cabin. Thomas Jefferson's like in the middle of inventing the light bulb, and you're like, the guy's
Here's
like, oh, he's
fireside
startled,
chat.
and he sees this. You show him a little MP3 player. He's like, and you put the little earphones in his ear, and he's like, and like he looks down at the MP3 player, and you see it scrolling across in that shitty text, HDMI by Bones, and he's like, Thomas
Just makes him
Jefferson.
depressed and
Yeah. Oh, he
You're all
just,
happy now.
he's like angry, depressed, and pissed. Like he's just fucking like a. He doesn't know what he's feeling.
Bones is good stuff.
Dude, that'd be like, man, I couldn't even imagine the response to that. I think if you went back far enough, you would be killed really quick because they'd be
Oh,
like, "What
yeah.
is this witchcraft? You're
100%.
dead.
100%, you're
This
dead.
is like satanic, you know."
Yeah.
But fuck,
You're,
dude, that's a
you're an
good question.
asshole.
What song
are
would you
shooting
bring
me this
back?
for?
Bring back Psychosocial by Slipknot.
How about just a
He's
death
sick.
metal song? Just anything. Just throw it in there. Dying Fetus. You're like, the fuck am I even hearing right now? Imagine introducing death metal in the 30s or something. Like, yeah, this is how I
They-
get through the Great Depression.
Satanic for sure.
Yeah. Oh,
They're
absolutely.
scared. They're mortified.
They're terrified. They don't know what's going on.
Dudes in the
Oh, wow.
trenches got long hair and they're fucking headbanging. Like we're
Yeah.
like what if heavy metal was invented in the 1880s and then it like
World War X.
it like AI like generates what would have happened throughout history because of the influence of heavy metal.
Dude, I imagine it's like the Mad Max. So they got the guy on the guitar always, but they're like doing battles where they're lying. They got the guys, but they're doing death metal
Oh,
instead.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they're going on the battlefield. They line up with their muskets.
Because if you think about it, if it was
It'd be a
introduced
fire music video.
if it was introduced way earlier in history, it would be more of a culture thing, I feel. So like you would
Oh,
see
yeah.
like could you imagine like Pearl Harbor, the Japanese come in the planes and they're fucking headbanging and they're listening to like
Yeah.
heavy metal on those planes.
Like,
Oh,
Jesus
fucking-
Christ.
Yeah, oh my god, that's
This
fucked
is
up.
horrible.
That's fucked up.
How it will like how heavy metal would affect history if you introduced
feel like
it super early.
We'd have less
That's a
pussies,
good
maybe.
skit.
People would be tougher. People would be moshing more.
Oh yeah, they'd be yeah, instead of wars with guns, it's mosh pits. Last one standing.
Well,
Get in the
Throwing
pit.
elbows.
the Nazi planes, they had the bombers, they had those sirens on them. Those
Oh,
really
yeah.
loud sirens when they were
Mm.
dive bombing. Just heavy metal.
Those were
blaring instead of
scary.
the-
Oh yeah.
Super scary.
Fuck. Well, dude, it's even more scary when you think all those pilots were like completely fucked up on meth right before they got in, or meth and whatever before
Oh,
they got
100%.
into the plane. So it's like, even it's not only do you have someone trying to kill you, but they're a meth head just flying around in an airplane. You know, it's crazy. That shit
Yeah.
was crazy, man. Fucked up too. Really fucked up shit.
Oh god, I can't wait to play
fun.
Medal of Honor Rising Sun again. That game's fucking
Classic.
awesome.
Good game. That
That
game's
is.
sick.
Well, it was
All those
supposed to
games
it
are
was
sick.
supposed to come today for GameCube. I'm hoping it does in the mail.
I still have
Have
them on
you-
PS2. Somewhere in the
Damn.
basement.
Yeah, I don't have it anymore. But have you ever played the Star Fox games?
No, but I really want Star Fox Adventures and Star Fox Assault. I think those are
I was
the
gonna
two.
say Jesus Christ, Star Fox Assault on GameCube. That's a fire game. That's super fun if you can find that one.
Oh, I can. It's just people want like those. They're not that
Is
bad.
that
They're,
one expensive?
they're like $50 a piece. But that's the thing is like even $50 for a GameCube game is just like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is with.
it's
'Cause
any
I only have a
collectible.
PS2 as far as like retro like that, and that's how it is. Like the good games that I want, they're generally $50.
And like in due time, you're gonna look at it and be like, $50, that's a good price, because now it's gonna be $200
Yeah.
You're
or
not
whatever,
wrong.
only gets more
I
expensive.
I justify buying stuff like that just because now I know I'm not gonna sell it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like
Yeah.
I justify with some stuff. If
Dude,
I
like-
find it, it's like, fuck it, I'll buy it.
100%. Like I'm so tempted. There's a guy like an hour and a half from me that just posted like a GameCube, but it has like all the games I want in a bundle, but it's $400 bundle because he has that Pokemon Coliseum, he has that Pokemon XD game, which those alone are worth like $250 together, but really holding off. Shouldn't do that. It would be pretty cool though.
Yeah, it
Would be pretty
cool.
dope.
Like I would totally do it if it was the Spice Orange GameCube, but it's another purple one. I don't need another one of those. Gotta collect them all.
You could give it to me.
Yeah.
If you get it.
Fuck off.
Dude, wasn't there a lot of
just mod
GameCube
it.
variants? There's a shit ton.
There was
There's like a
they did a lot of limited ones with skins.
Yeah,
Like there
it's-
was like
yeah.
a I think there might have been a Legend of Zelda one. There was a
oh
Mario one. Jackson froze. You still there?
yes, everything's frozen. Oh, we're back. Okay, I got worried there for a second.
Just in a little
Everything
internet
froze.
blip there. It's all good.
Yeah.
We're all good. All right. So I'm gonna stop talking
That's
about
so pricey.
GameCubes.
Yeah.
Nintendo onto
Please
us.
do
They're
that,
shutting
man.
down our networks.
We get copyright striked because we mentioned Nintendo more than 50 times and it's like in a clause of theirs somewhere. And they're like, yeah, you owe us $3 million now. Shouldn't have said
Same thing
it.
you have. Should have said that.
I swear to God, they probably have that, like, with how much they're suing people, like how active Nintendo is about that. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's just like their clauses are just fucking ironclad. Like, there's no way out of them.
bad.
Like, you're fucked. Like, once you're fucked, you're
fucked.
fucked. Well, sorry, kid.
Fuck
Looks like
Nintendo.
looks like you're gonna be putting together Nintendo Switches for the rest of your life. Yeah.
Like, I don't remember
Factory
a
work.
time in my lifetime where Nintendo was like the big thing. It was always on the back burner in terms of like popularity. It's like, oh, you have a Nintendo? That's like super niche to have that. Like have a Wii, at least in my time. Like I don't remember there in my lifetime there's a time when Nintendo was like super popular at all, like ever. I don't know when
Oh,
it
really?
was in the 80s. No, dude, not in like
Jackson,
my
what year
age
were you
group.
born again?
2002. Like
That's
even
right.
having
That's
a
so
Wii was a
fucking
niche
weird
thing.
to
It's
me.
like you got a Wii, but
Yeah.
you don't have an Xbox. Oh fuck you. Who cares you have a Wii? Fuck Mario. Or same with the Switch and the Wii U. Everyone remembers the Wii U.
Yeah.
That
Oh yeah. That
Wii U
you're
was
not
bad.
wrong. It's just. I mean, not that I was born like super long after you. I was born in '96, so like, but there
Mhm.
was a time. So like when I was 4 or 5, like I remember the first system I remember actually playing was a Nintendo 64.
Nice.
But like at the time, like when PS2, Xbox, and GameCube were out, like I remember that being just as relevant to me as my PS2 was an Xbox. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm with Jackson. I always kind of thought the same, honestly, other than like the GameCube. Like that was like for me the one thing Nintendo made that was really good growing up, or at least stood out to me. And the Wii that is just a fucking beefier GameCube. Like that's all with motion
it
control.
was-
Like it's got all the controller ports. Like,
Yeah, you can play GameCube games on it
yeah,
too.
Jackson,
totally.
do we still have that red Wii?
Dude, I
What
don't know what
happened to that
happened. I'm
thing?
pretty sure Joe has it because he wanted to use it, but I think that's the end of that. I'm pretty sure Joe has it, but I
Interesting.
would like to get that
We should
back.
interrogate him.
Yeah, be like, where's that GameCube at?
You know where that?
I do want to
You know
play
where that
Wii
red
Sports.
Wii is, buddy? I'm gonna need that back.
Dude, like Give me like a day and I'll crush all the fucking Wii Sports games. I'll get
Christ.
max on all of them.
I want
I'll
to
go
try
hard.
that
Baseball was
the
hard,
Switch
dude.
Sports that came out. I want to get that. I haven't got it yet.
Switch
It looks pretty
Sports.
spicy.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
Is it just
Sports,
kind of
yeah.
like a new Nintendo sports deal? Yeah.
Exactly, but they're actually like adding. There's like 6 sports on it, and they're like
Yeah.
updating, like adding new ones. That's pretty cool.
Okay. I just have one more thing to say, and then we'll get off the fucking GameCube games. But like, do they still now? My girlfriend has a Switch. I should probably know this, but do they still do like Mario Baseball, Mario Tennis, or they do still
Mhm.
do those? Like they
Oh
make
yeah.
new ones?
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
They did one not too long ago, I remember.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
actually, yeah.
I just wonder if
I
that
think
stopped at the cube for some
Like a
reason.
year
But
or two ago.
no, the tennis Mario Tennis Aces, I believe, is what it's called. That came out probably 2-3 years ago. I think the baseball one, I think, is supposed to be one that's coming out kind of soonish, or maybe it's already out. I'm not sure. I'm gonna look it up. I'm curious. But yeah, they
gotcha.
still make them
I do like those games better than
for
regular
sure.
Mario's. Mario parties though, like that, dude. I'd play the shit out of
I,
those. I used
I'm
to go to my
Oh,
friend's
but
house and play that on the Wii all the time. Like we never had it at the house. My friend did. I'm like, game is fun as fuck. But the thing about those games too is some of the older ones, they're all luck, so you end up getting fucked like over and over again. Nintendo would just throw the ringer right at you, just
Donkey Kong,
everything they
you
got.
fucking asshole!
God, you took my stars! I'm smashing the key. They took all my coins. I had nothing.
Fuck you, Toad. That's it.
Fuck you. I used to get so fucking mad.
Oh
oh,
man.
okay. Mario Golf came out. There was a golf that came out last year.
Oh,
Um,
fucking speaking of Mario, we never mentioned the Mario fucking movie trailer on the podcast. What you guys think about that? You all watch that?
Okay.
Came out a
I
while
did.
ago.
So
I did see
I
it.
watched it too. At first, when this whole movie was announced and they casted Chris Pratt, I was like, I'm off. Like I was like, it's just gonna be Pratt being Chris Pratt. But after I saw the animation in the world, I'm like, okay. Once we see another trailer, if he's not sus like Chris Pratt normally is in most of his shit, because he just plays the same guy, except for like that one time on a TV show where he played a slightly dumber version of himself. Um, I think that this movie will be good if he doesn't just
Yeah.
do Chris Pratt shit all the time. Because I just think the animation was so cool. Like it actually looks
And
dope. And Jack Black's Bowser, that's kind of cool.
yeah,
Like I can get
that's
behind that.
fire. I thought the intro was funny. Like that's how they just started with Bowser, and it was just like the with the penguins and shit. I thought
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
kind of cool. But
it's
yeah, I
badass.
think it might be. I don't think I'll ever go and see it in theaters, but I'll wait till it comes out. And peek it on
I'm definitely gonna go see
rewatch.
that in theaters personally. Um, I agree with Paul with actually everything that you said. Like, I thought the animation looked sick. I
Yeah.
was like, this looks cool. But that being said, yeah, as soon as Chris Pratt talked, I was like, what the
Mm.
fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had said like 2 or 3 times beforehand, or like I'd heard that he's like, no, he's got something cooked up. It's not going to be Chris Pratt. And no, it sounded
It's
it
just
was
Chris
him.
Yeah.
Pratt.
Mm-hmm.
He always says he's got
Exactly.
some cooked up and he does the same thing and then gets
I
paid
mean,
millions of
whatever.
dollars.
You're not wrong, but at the end of the day, it's up to the writing. Like, if
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
writing team is good and he follows the script or whatever, like
I
Chris.
think if they
the animation
touch
looks
on
cool.
Yeah.
Jack Black as Bowser is cool.
Fire.
I do like that
Yeah, yeah.
actually.
yeah. I think if they touch on all like the old Mario's, like give us the good a dose of nostalgia mixed in with like original like story writing, like I think it'd be good.
Who's voicing Toad? Isn't it
Somewhat
something
famous.
funny? I think it's like Key or Peel. I think one of them are
Oh, okay.
voicing
Mm.
Toad. That'll be kind of funny.
Oddly enough, Chris Pratt's a big UFC fan. He
Oh,
goes to a
shit,
lot
Is he
of
really?
events. Oh yeah. Actually, it was recent. I can't remember which champion, but he got into like a Twitter fight with somebody or some UFC
Mm.
fighter over something.
Keegan Michael
Chris
Key
Pratt gets
is
knocked out
Toad.
in the octagon. He gets wheelhouse kicked
I want
right
to
to
see.
the
Here
dome.
comes the boom too with
Yeah,
Chris Pratt.
yeah, but Chris
and
Pratt, yeah.
Kevin James.
But it's a live action. He actually tries to become an MMA fighter and gets his ass whipped.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Kevin James. God.
You
Chris
ever see
Pratt.
that? Here comes the boom.
Oh, I've seen
Oh yeah.
it. Okay.
Get a second one with
We had that on
Chris
DVD
Pratt
back in the
and
day.
Kevin James together.
God.
Fuck that.
Um,
Sounds like a terrible movie.
I got a hot take for you guys, the TV show The Office, and I know Jackson wanted me to discuss this, and everybody out there, shit on me all you want, put it down in the comments, call me horrible things. But what I'm going to say right now would probably shock you about The Office TV show, okay? I think that The Office was better after Steve Carell, aka Michael Scott, left the show and Andy became manager. I think that's when the show got better.
Nope.
Because I was kind of getting burnt out on Michael Scott, aka / Steve
I've
Carell.
already said on this show I don't like that show.
Yeah,
so
you hate
I'll
that
let
show.
you guys talk about it. Yeah.
But a lot of people think it is a hot take. I get it. A lot of people like Michael Scott. He's made the show. A lot of people stopped watching The Office after Steve Carell left. People that really liked him. But I thought that the show got well structured and not as like stupid and annoying when he left. And it was just Ed Helms being the manager.
I thought it got more stupid and annoying after he left. I did like Ed Helms, don't get me wrong. I did like the arc where he just left and like came back and like no one knew that he left. Or like
Oh yeah,
David
like
Wallace,
he
didn't
just...
know he left for like 6 months or something. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he
what the
doesn't
fuck?
work for 6 months, but still getting paid. And he comes back and he's
Yeah.
got like Rasta dreads, and he's got one of those
Yeah.
like he's got like one of those skipper instruments.
Yeah, dead ass. Just like Michael did when he came back from that. But say what you will about The Office. It's okay. It's not super great. I don't know if you guys know who Gus Johnson is, but
That sounds familiar. Yeah, I think
he's a YouTuber based out of Wisconsin too, but I think now he lives in LA or whatever. But he has like a
Okay.
I know who
yeah.
you're talking about. He's got the mustache.
Yeah. He's the one that was accused of abusing his girlfriend. I guess he's just being a piece of shit to her, which isn't cool. Don't do that. Don't abuse your girlfriend because that's not cool.
It runs in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I guess it does.
I
But
think I know who you're talking about. Maybe I don't
just
know.
look
If
him
it's
up
who
real
I'm
quick.
Thinking of. Well, I went to high school with a Gus Johnson, dude. So like,
no
that's
way
a
it was
pretty
him.
common. There's this pretty
No
common
way
name,
it
though.
was him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it's a kid I know,
That
He was
kid's
from
famous.
Wisconsin.
You would recognize. Go, just look it up. Just
You
look up
would,
Gus Johnson
yeah.
right now.
oh, if
you'd
he's
hear.
famous,
He's famous.
I don't
You'd
think
know
the
him.
Gus I know is famous.
Yeah.
This guy.
But Paul, either way, your opinion's wrong. Steve Carell made the show. Should have ended it right there. But he has Gus Johnson has a couple of videos about The Office and
Oh,
how
no,
all
sorry.
the ex-Office characters that aren't famous, like Steve Carell and Rainn Wilson, like, and they're kind of Jeff Krasinski, all those guys except for them, like the rest of them are just living off The Office. Like they got Office podcasts, they have Office projects. Stanley was trying to do his own bootleg Office like reboot that he did not have the rights to, so it never took off because it was just bullshit. Because he didn't have the rights to. You can't just make it. Just because you play a character doesn't mean you own the character, Stanley. Okay.
Yeah.
But all those guys, man, they just feed off that Office shit. And it's kind of sad.
It is sad because that just goes to show like it's just like anything television. They're not making as much money as you think. Like I
don't know.
Well, not like mainstream, like Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, those actors are probably were making a shit ton of money. But I'm talking like Whitest Kids You Know. They were saying how like they would get 30 grand a piece for a season. Like that's shit. That's like a year, like 30 grand.
Sam Hyde would say he would get $60K a year for Adult Swim, and he said Adult Swim doesn't pay you. Like you have to get your own sponsors and shit like that. Like
they
money.
just put it up, and you need your own sponsors.
Yeah. But The Office, they're making money. They got money in their fucking bag. But
but once it's over, you hope you were saving.
Yeah. Didn't they sell to Peacock though for like 90 billion or some shit like
they're
that?
just generating more money. I mean, just merch and memes and just all the marketing. It's such a pop culture icon.
Are even getting any of that money still?
Very little.
Contract to contract. Who knows? But
I know the Friends cast make an average of like fucking 50K a day just in residuals from that show. So
that's insane.
Friends, dude. Oh yeah, that show's fucking huge.
And it's funny because it's funny because I liked How I Met Your Mother better. Oh, it's bad. I liked How I Met Your Mother better than Friends. Like if you're talking about like buddy group shows.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that one.
Like it's better. I'm not saying to go watch it, but
Yeah, I'm not saying don't watch it though.
Don't watch it. I've seen all of it once.
It was okay. I didn't enjoy that too much on a rewatch. I couldn't finish it.
For sure.
I'm good with that.
So like, I don't know if we touched base on this last week. Did we talk about Henry Cavill and The Witcher?
I don't remember.
We did talk
Like, I
about The
know
Witcher.
We talked about it.
Yeah, so I don't know if we brought this on the cast. Listeners, apologies, but I just want to bring it up again. Like, and mainly it's just because like I like The Witcher. I'm caught up, but like season 4 when it returns, Henry Cavill's no longer the Witcher, no longer Geralt of Rivia. It is now Liam Hemsworth. I don't know. Like, it's probably gonna ruin the show. I'll give it a chance, but I don't know. And I guess the reason why is because he's going back to do Superman again, and he just can't do both. So, what do you guys think of the Superman? So, do you guys know, is this going to be like a Man of Steel 2? Jackson, are you in the loop on that at all? Like, what are they doing?
I don't know. All I heard is that he was. He's gonna be in Black Adam, right? Yeah. I don't know if they're doing
Black Adam's out though, or are they doing a Black Adam 2?
Oh, maybe I'm misremembering that. He's gonna be in something coming up. I can't remember what it was. Maybe they are. But yeah, all I heard is that he's coming back, and so I read. I'm like, oh, interesting. That's all I know about that.
You know what I want is more DC villain movies. I would like a Rhino movie, just based off Rhino, or like Scorpion.
Mysterio. How about bring back Bruce Campbell as Mysterio?
But still, those would be cool.
Those would be cool movies. I always get the universes mixed up.
What were you saying? I wouldn't want them to be done like the. Sorry, just real quick. I wouldn't want them to be done like the traditional MCU movies are done.
No. I'm talking like how the Joker was done.
Yeah, dude. I still said I wanted to make a thriller on the podcast about a Joker thug. Like, just it's him. It's not based on the Joker, not based on Batman. It's based on the Joker thug and what he does, helping and doing all sorts of shit.
Like, it's the movie through the eyes of a thug, which is like a really good idea because you can have a really good story.
The Batman is the horror element of the movie.
Yeah, like
imagine you're walking around, you're a thug, and you hear Batman in the rafters or some shit. He's fucking breaks your leg.
And it's from the eyes of what is probably arguably a mentally insane, like probably drug addicted, like goon that works for Joker. And that's the thing is the Batman in the movie is literally portrayed as like a horror figure. Like you don't really ever see him in full form, and if you do, it's like horrifying. Like it
just pops up, breaks his leg, and goes away.
Yeah, like
dude. Give me rights, DC. I'll make that the top movie ever seen.
Jackson's on like the director chair. He's fucking
dude. I could see myself getting really fucking mad like Quentin Tarantino and just being like, "Oh, you motherfucker! Don't fuck with my script, you cocksucker." Maybe that's like how he is.
Yeah,
like, don't fuck with my shit.
Yeah, apparently, from what I've heard, he doesn't like improv. He likes you to do it the way he.
But but if you hear actors talk about him, they're like, "That's what you want in a director." He says, like, all of them would work with him again.
Working with him,
yeah.
Dude,
I don't know if you guys seen that interview with Jamie Foxx where he's talking about working on Django, and he's like, one day I come in and I'm reading this script like, a boo, you know, I'm doing everything all happy, and Quentin takes into his trailer one day and he's like, what the fuck is that? He's like, you're a slave. You're not fucking cool. You come in here with your Range Rover and your fucking Gucci bag. You're a fucking slave. You're not cool. And he's like, just laying into Jamie Foxx. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that, Paul, but it's a really funny interview.
You should definitely see it.
I will have to say. So is he just being purposely really mean to him?
Well, no, he was just telling him, like, because Jamie Foxx was acting all cool while he was playing a slave, but he wanted him to be method. He wanted to be like, because he came in reading the lines like all like savvy and like charismatic. And he's like, you can't read. Your character can't read. Why are you saying this shit so like, you know?
He wanted him to adopt the role like more naturally. I get it. Yeah.
And then he also said in an interview the next day when he went to go talk to Leonardo DiCaprio, to stay in character, DiCaprio wouldn't acknowledge him. He'd be like, didn't want to talk to him, you know, because in his mind he was a slave and whatnot. So like that's some. It's hard into the acting. DiCaprio's racist to you on set. He's in character the whole time.
What if he was just being so mean to him? Like, go get me that water now.
Yeah, dude, right? Oh my god. Go get that water, boy. He's like, we're not We're not acting right now. Go
We're-
back, Tommy boy. I'll put you in the
Be so
box.
bad.
That's horrible.
so
I hope
bad,
that never
yeah.
leaks because that would ruin Leonardo DiCaprio if that was true.
I don't think he does that.
Hey,
I
I
don't know him, though.
know we were done talking about GameCube, but I have one more thing about GameCube, okay? And this is actually relative to the news this last week. A dude, a NASCAR driver won a race, okay? By doing a move that he learned on NASCAR 2005 on GameCube, which is like grinding the wall with your car and like to do the turn and gaining like a bunch of positions. Well, he did that, and I think he went from like somewhere around like 10th, 11th, all the way up to 5th place and won the race that way, like last minute. I don't know. Go look up that article. I can't remember the NASCAR driver's name, but I don't know.
And
Kind of interesting.
that
That's
was
pretty funny, I
that was
saw that.
recent,
Yeah.
correct? Like
Yeah, that was like
it's
Like yesterday, 2
Yeah.
days ago.
which is why I like it, because he picks that GameCube game that's like so dated. It's like not Need for Speed, not Forza or anything. It's like
No.
that one specifically, because I'd like to imagine that's all he plays. Like I just think of the stereotypical. I don't know if you guys know, like kind of dumb jock where all they play is COD. Like I just
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
that he only has that. He doesn't
Nothing but
know there's a
Madden
new
and COD.
like Forza and shit. He only plays.
You
That's
know,
all
it's,
its realm is.
are they just are they shitting out NASCAR games still? Are
Yeah,
those
they
yeah,
are.
they still do those.
NASCAR Heat. Yeah.
See, that's the
what they
thing
call
is
them.
like those
They're
games were
like
never
NASCAR
relevant
Heat
to me, or
4.
I never thought of them or ever cared for them. But it's like that and FIFA and stuff. I'm like, people still play those.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like people still play Madden. Like I don't.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
like-
working at GameStop, like I mean,
You'd be surprised how many people buy
Really?
sports games. Because
What
to
about
me,
that?
I
Yeah.
guess to me, growing up, I don't get me wrong, I did like my fair share of Madden and stuff. But now as I get older, it's like fuck. If I want to do that, I might as well just go
Oh.
play it. Like I
We'd
got
play Blitz.
I
Yeah,
still
yeah.
enjoy
As
2K.
we'd play.
I don't get them every year.
Blitz
but,
to
and
the
it's been a
league.
while since I got them. Blitz was sick.
Yeah, that was tight. That's the only sport game I've really played. And Wii Sports.
Wii Sports. Hell yeah. Speaking of, it's funny you were saying about how like the stereotypical jock would play Call of Duty. Like, I noticed this, and I'm sure it's this way. I'm not in high school though, but I think now it's like, yeah, Call of Duty, but Fortnite was like big with the jocks or like the dumb
It's
idiots.
just
Like,
big with
Mhm.
everybody, dude.
Oh yeah.
to me
It's big
though,
with
it was
everybody, yeah.
never in my realm. Like because I already
Garbage.
played, I've been playing battle royales before they were in the swing of like everybody's making a battle royale game. Like I was playing
Yeah.
like the Arma 2 fucking battle royale like modded servers. You'd fucking
Well, I
parachute
remember
in.
Colin.
Not as
The
far
culling.
back then, but I remember
That was
before
cool.
they blew up and got big, watching you play PUBG. Like
Yeah.
early.
PUBG was
early.
OG,
Well,
yeah.
And, like that concept blew my mind.
Well, the guy that made PUBG is the dude that came up with the mod and concept for Arma 3 and Arma 2
Oh.
that made
Gotcha.
basically the battle like he made this is the dude that made PUBG made battle royales basically. Like he's been kind of all over. I'm probably completely wrong on this. I forget the guy's name, but like he made the mod for Arma 2 and then Arma 3. It got big in Arma 3 and then he went to some game studio and was like, I think first it was honestly Sony with H1Z1. He helped them build King of the
yeah.
Kill, which was H1Z1's like, and then he was like, fuck
okay.
this, I'm done. I'm going to go make my own game. And then he literally went and made PUBG and hired his own team of guys to make it. And then that's when like the whole Fortnite thing came out, copied it, same engine bullshit. There's a lawsuit, whatever. But that guy's like, he's the godfather of like battle royale style games. Like he's the one that like started it.
Did you guys ever see the movie Battle Royale?
I've not.
I heard of it.
Japanese film. I don't want to say for sure. Late '90s, maybe even the year 2000. Japanese film, very very good movie actually. And Tarantino has said before actually it's one of his favorite movies, and that is what inspired him to make Kill Bill. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he said that. Super good movie, but it's pretty much that movie is that concept. It's pretty, but it's like I don't want to give too much. It's an old movie, but it's one of my favorites, so it's such a good one, worth watching. So I don't even want to give it away. But pretty much like
It's old, just spoil it.
yeah,
It's a Squid
dystopian
Games.
dystopian world, like Japan, and like they randomly select like middle school, I believe, classes to go like because of overpopulation, middle school classes to go out and battle royale, like
Yeah.
like how it is.
Is it on TV? Like,
No,
is it like is it like something that they
I
like
don't.
in the show they're presenting like to
I
the people?
actually, I don't. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Like
I
the
Or is
Hunger
it
think it
Games?
something?
might actually. I think it is viewable.
Because you know what would be interesting is like a movie like that, but they're like ashamed they have to do it. Like it is, it's like at least publicized as possible. Like they just come and take you in the night, and now
Mm.
you're in this
Well, and
battle
that's.
royale.
I actually like. I hate to
What is
just
this? Some kind of battle
be
royale?
one of. Yeah, I just hate to be one of those like, oh, you have to see that movie. But like, that's
Check
actually
it
a
out.
movie I would recommend for
Okay.
the both of you. Good movie. One
I
of my
just thought
favorites.
about if you were like smart, dude, you could have picked up on the battle royale thing becoming big. Because I just thought about it, and I'm like, the Hunger Games was like big back when, like back when all those games were coming out. It's like a battle royale right there. But
Yeah, and I
I don't
guess
know.
actually you could say too, Minecraft had the Hunger Games mod or
Yeah,
whatever, and that
totally
was.
did.
But was
Yeah,
that?
that was big.
But was that before the Arma 2 mod? Now I probably doubt it.
Hmm. I
I
thought
don't
it was though, because I remember someone saying like the original battle royale was the Hunger Game Minecrafts, like way back. Maybe I'll look that up.
I'm not sure what came first, but anyways, what I will say is like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 just released. I know Brandon's been putting a lot of hours into it. Brandon, do you have anything to say about that game? I haven't bought it.
know.
I don't plan on buying it because, as I've probably said on the show before, after Modern Warfare 3, the couple Call of Duties I've bought since, I barely put any hours into. I would just play the campaign. I'd go to the multiplayer. You know, maybe get halfway through to like max level before prestiging. I just kind of get bored, and that's why I don't buy them anymore because I'm not going to pay $60 for a campaign. Like, and trust me, that I like the campaigns. Majority of the time, they're not bad in the games. It's just I'm not going to pay $60 for that, and
No.
because I don't play the multiplayer anymore, I don't get like
Yeah,
the time out of
they're
it.
made for the multiplayer.
Yeah,
Pretty
and now
much.
they are. Yeah,
Even with them going like, because they did that one. I think it was Black Ops 4. There was no campaign,
yeah.
and yeah, even when they went back to doing it, it's still
What do you
multiplayer
think of the
dominant.
game so far?
It's broken. It's like
You
it
have it on
crashes so
PC or
much.
what do you have it on?
PC. I'm on. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm on PC, Steam, and it's crashes all the fucking time. And from what I've seen, it's same problem for a lot of people. It's not reviewed very well on Steam.
Oh, so there's a
But
lot of game crashes.
yeah, but when it does work, it's I have fun. I do have a
That's
lot
good.
of hours in it, but because I haven't put this much time into Call of Duty since the last Modern Warfare, the 2019 one. So
Mm.
Which
that's
is
also
just
why I'm getting
confuses
this
the
one.
shit out of me. I'm not
Yeah.
liking that they're just renaming the new
It's just a
games the same
reboot to
name.
the series. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I say just make a new
Just do
game, the
something. Yeah,
original.
we'll just make a new series then.
Mm.
Instead of Modern
I think
Warfare, do like
if you ask me, Call of Duty should just be done.
100%. It needs to
Just
be. But the
yeah,
thing is, it's
but
just like an automated cash cow. The name's so big.
seeing
Also,
their play style is so. I mean, it is distinct for a first-person shooter. It's like there's
It's an
even
arcadey shooter.
Battlefield. Yeah, even compared to Battlefield, Battlefield feels different.
Oh
You know,
yeah, because it's like an
oh yeah.
arcade. It's an arcadey shooter. Is kind of like what it's always been.
they've honed their own craft and they're
Yeah. 100%. Got to give them credit for that. They've really refined
yeah.
it, but they've also made some shitty stinker games on the way.
Well, and it's just
They have
because of that, it does
Yeah.
become the same thing over and over
Ghosts.
in the end.
I did.
Ghost
Hey,
was
all right.
elite-
Okay, be
fucking
careful on that
horrible.
one because I
Ghost
like
was
Ghosts,
bad.
buddy. Dude,
I
the
like the
extinction.
character. The game
Mm.
sucked.
Extinction, the
The character was
alien
cool,
mode.
yeah.
Love that. Everyone hated that. I liked it. I thought that game mode was sick. Also, not everyone liked
He was boring
Infinity
though too.
or what is it? Infinite
No
Warfare.
one.
But the Infinite Warfare zombies is the best zombies. I don't care what anyone says. If you haven't played that zombies, don't even look at me like that. Fuck the both of you. Fuck Kino. Fuck World War. It's Infinite Warfare zombies or fuck your mother. That shit was fucking premium, dude. It was zombies in Spaceland. They had David Hasselhoff.
Everybody
That's
knows.
peak COD right there.
Everybody knows the best map for zombies is the modded map Cum City.
Welcome to Cum City, boy.
Fuck off.
It's
Fuck
got
you.
Ben Shapiro narrating the whole thing.
Or, dude, the other one, you shoot the pistol. Wow.
I hated that.
Wow.
My favorite zombies is the original Derice World at War. That's my
Good
favorite.
one.
Classic.
Otherwise, I would say Kino. Like that's
Dude, I gotta
Yeah.
boot up the
second on Black
PS2
Ops.
and see if World at War had zombies on PS2. I highly doubt
Yeah.
it, but I'm very interested to check.
I feel like
I
it
think
might.
Might, yeah.
Pretty
Looking at
gnarly.
Jackson here. I think
Two-player
it did
zombies.
actually.
Dude, I don't know if you
I don't
guys
know.
like know the history of like the zombies, but how it started was kind of like the last minute thing where somebody had an idea. One guy at the studio was like, "Hey, let's put in this game mode or it's like zombies and shit." And that just one dude making that one idea has spawned so many. Like it's iconic. Like that is iconic. You think of COD, you're like, "Oh, fucking zombies," you know?
It's an iconic
Man,
thing
yeah.
Yeah.
within a game. It's
I would
pretty
I'd be
cool.
more
I mean,
prone to buy a COD if it had zombies in it. I'd like be on board. I'm all for it. Like
I
I
mean,
love zombies.
the only reason why I bought the Infinity Ward games was or not Infinity Ward, Treyarch games was for zombies because I
Yeah.
preferred the Infinity Ward multiplayer
did you guys
and
do Cold War?
campaign. Nope.
Dude, that zombies was sick, dude. I didn't play much
Actually,
multiplayer.
I
Mm,
only did that first base mission for it, but that
yeah.
was the first time I enjoyed zombies like that in a long time. That
Just
was
good
fun.
zombies. Really good
Mhm.
zombies. I remember beating like everything on the and then same with World what was it called? World War II, I think it was the one. What was it
Yeah,
called? What
there
was that
was
called? Yeah.
there
That
was
had
that
really good
one.
zombies. You haven't played that one? Really good
Didn't play that.
zombies.
I've played them all a tiny
So,
bit. But
hot take. I like the older zombies maps where, like, yeah, there was some Easter eggs, but I don't like these newer ones where it's literally like you have a whole list of tasks to do to like progress in the map. I don't like
dude,
that. I like the
that's
just like
why.
open doors,
Yeah,
turn on power, do that. I
Yeah,
don't
these
like
ones
the
are not
whole,
like it.
you need to fucking make this weird contraption that will take you across the map and then you can unlock the pack-a-punch
that's
machine. And
why
it's like a
I like
job.
Doris and Kino the best. They're just
Low
they
maintenance.
got too
Mm.
too complicated. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's like you almost have to learn them or look up
Oh,
guides, and it's like I don't have time for this shit. I just
that's a
want to
hot
sit down
take
and
though,
play.
because
yeah,
a
I
lot of
you
people
do.
would
It
A
is a
lot of
hot
say
people
take.
like
Transit's like the best.
yeah. Well,
I
here's the
I
deal.
do
I
like
don't
it.
like
I
Like
Transit.
think
that.
Transit was okay. Like that was like it's getting complex, but it wasn't too complex yet. And at least like the bus was a good thing. With these new ones, it's like you're just slapped in this fucking area, and there's like no indication of like what you should do. With Transit,
Cold
it's
War
like
Oh
one
no,
wasn't
there
too
is,
bad.
dude. On the like Cold War
The
and the last
Cold
couple
War
ones, they give you a list of
really
things, and they'll mark it.
markers,
Oh yeah,
objective
okay.
that's
markers,
actually a
which was
good thing you talk
nice.
about that because I had that problem too, Paul. But on the last like two or three they released, they give you markers and they highlight shit, so it's a lot easier than you think it is. It's still difficult and annoying.
Yeah.
I do get what
Okay.
you're saying though,
Gotcha.
but
Um,
um,
you
There's still
know,
hidden stuff within that,
did you
like
guys
mhm,
like Dead Ops
yeah,
Arcade?
oh yeah, those are
those are
So
that's
you know
alright.
fun.
what I want?
Hmm.
I want a top down game like that with okay graphics, kind of like Dead Ops Arcade, where you can actually tell it's like a person, like a gun, like gunfire, or whatever. I
Hmm.
want like a game like that, and like a mix of like graphics like Heroes of the Storm, like one of those MOBA games, like overview. And I don't want like a click base. I want to move around like you could like with Dead Ops, or like you literally control the joysticks,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Yeah.
I want that, but just like a shooting game, like a military game of some kind, with like an actual campaign, because I think that'd be sick, like a top-down shooter, like and like
I bet
maybe super
there's got to be one
tactical,
out
where
there
like
on Steam
it's
somewhere.
maybe like it's X-rayed on the roof, and you can see the guys inside and like know to breach through. Like I don't know, I just think that would be cool.
I think I think I'd get bored of it real quick, but one thing before we get off the zombies topic is they stopped fucking what do you say, like zombies music isn't as like cool. Even the Secret songs, like
Oh yeah,
not really a thing
Classic
anymore. They
Easter
still
egg.
had it in the last maps, but still not super prevalent.
you should
Still not really.
the next Call of Duty should be an only a Rob Zombie soundtrack.
Next Call of
Speaking
Duty
of
is
Rob
just a
Zombies,
rip off of Guitar Hero, and it's all Rob Zombie.
You gonna about to talk about the monsters?
yeah, it's on Netflix, and
Yeah.
I watched first 30 minutes,
Yep.
and
I turned it right
it
off.
sucks.
I
It's terrible.
I
It might be one of the worst things I've ever seen ever. Just
I
kidding.
I just
It's
think
not
it's
good
just
though.
not I just think it's not my style of comedy, and like
Mm.
I never watched the original, so like I never grew up with. I'm sure there is a very big group of people that like that's nostalgic and they love that movie growing up or
I
something,
bet
but
they don't even like it.
I heard they hated it.
From what
Yeah.
probably
I've
not.
seen, yeah, it's,
Yeah.
I will say this. So like I literally watched to the part where right when the dude goes on the date with the chick about the
Mhm.
rats, the dude that likes the rats, like the vampire
Yeah.
dude, and I'm like, I want to be that
Yeah.
guy for Halloween. And then like after that scene, I was like, this is fucking stupid, and I turned it off.
Yeah. There's a couple.
But yeah, I don't know. What did you think of the monsters? You just hated it too?
Yeah,
Good.
I wasn't gonna finish that.
No, hell no.
Thought it wasn't as terrible as everyone
I
said,
wasn't gonna
but
finish that
yeah,
one.
no, I'm like, this is not worth my
So
time.
I talked about this probably like 3 or 4 episodes ago. Everybody knows I've been watching the TV show The Expanse. I know it finished like 2 years ago, but I finished it yesterday.
You said
Um,
that, yeah.
I've had like a day to process the ending. So people that don't know much about it, like it was a show that started on Sci-Fi TV channel. They dropped the show. Amazon picked it up because they needed a bigger budget because it's like a space related futuristic show. So like there's a lot of shit involved in that. Amazon picked it up for like the next 4 seasons, whatever, and it got to. And then like once they were gonna film season 6, first off, one of the main guys, bunch of sexual assault on set, so they got rid of him, just killed him off, which kind of like didn't ruin the show because the character wasn't like super important, but he wasn't like there from the first episode. He was in like every episode pretty much.
Sounds like me on
he
set.
was like the pilot guy. Sounds like you. Fuck off. But so and then like when season 6 was gonna start, they're like, okay, guys, we don't have any more budget. We're canceling the show. You have 6 episodes. We're giving you basically half a season to wrap the show up. So this kind of pissed me off because like they told them this like the second episode in. So like there's a bunch of this new stuff, like storyline and stuff that was starting that just like completely like never gets answered, which kind of pisses me off. Now I went, since I finished the show, and I looked up like what happens at the end of, I think there's 9 books, and I kind of got a gist of like what happens. Now if you're interested, just go check it out, but I still highly recommend the show. I think the show is super good. The ending was a little underwhelming just because there's a lot of stuff they skipped, but they ended it well, meaning in the sense of like it's open-ended, so they could totally just like, if someone picked it up or they wanted to reboot it, it could easily just take off from there. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't
It's
like.
been on my radar for a long time.
But
I
here's the
wanna
deal
watch it.
too. I
I
hear
haven't
from
watched
like,
it either.
so I guess with the books, it kind of lined up like 1 season per book. So like with season 6 was kind of like where book 6 started. The thing is like I heard that from season 6 to 7, there's like a huge time jump. Like from book 6 to 7, that there's just a massive time jump. If they were to do a show or like reboot the show, there would just be a jump again. But I don't know, super interesting, highly recommend after finishing for a sci-fi show. There's this one on Apple TV I plan on starting. I can't remember the name of it, but it's kind of the same premise where it's like Earth is pretty early into like exploring, spaceships are common. You can
Early,
just
You
like
like that
colonizing
type of
Mars.
shit, don't
Reaches
you?
of space.
I like
Yeah.
that genre, which is like kind of niche. I'm not Star Trek guy. I've never really been a Star Trek guy. I'm not even a Star Wars guy. Like I like the as realistic as you can get, like 500 years in the future or something like that. Like
Like good science.
yeah, like we've just like that's kind of realistic or could be seen. Like we've colonized our solar system in 500 years. That makes sense. Like we have towns on Mars. We have
I'm
towns
surprised
on
you're
moons.
not looking forward to Starfield then, because that's kind of what it gives me the vibe of.
I just
with
I
the-
just don't want anything from Bethesda other than another Elder Scrolls game.
I don't care.
Good
You're not
point. I
wrong.
take
I
that.
don't blame
Yeah.
you.
Like, and that's like cool. I'm glad they're switching things up and trying something new. Don't get me wrong, I'll probably end up buying it and playing it, but if it looks like shit, I'm not gonna get it after it releases.
That's what irritated
I think
me.
it's gonna
like
flop.
this should have been after
it will too.
Elder Scrolls. Like why
I
the
know.
fuck?
I think it's because they just they have their hands in too many pies right now. Because I
From
bet
what,
you,
like,
I think
I
they're
read-
working on another Fallout game too.
It's like you shouldn't even expect an Elder Scroll until
It
like
shouldn't even been
so
Fallout
fucking
76, if
2030.
you ask
Oh
me.
yeah, it isn't happening for a while.
No, same with Fallout. I don't think we're gonna get that until like 2035 or something like that. Dude, it's gonna be a while.
Because as you notice,
Also, I don't
games are
want-
taking longer and longer to make as stuff gets more complex and
I don't know if
better
I even
looking.
want a Bethesda Fallout either. I think I could go for another Obsidian or even somebody else.
I don't know.
Somebody new.
it's now possible. Microsoft owns Obsidian now, and they own Bethesda. So like,
What about
maybe they'll
speaking
bury
of
the hatchet.
Obsidian, though? I know you played through Outer Worlds and liked it a lot. And they got the second one coming for sure. I believe Obsidian's doing Outer Worlds too.
I'll play Outer Worlds
Are you
too.
gonna play that one?
Yeah. So the
I still
first
gotta
one,
get the
like the
first
first
a
one.
lot of people complained it was too short. I don't know about you, but I don't just run through games. I explore shit. I unlock
I
stuff.
like to do that.
So
Mhm.
yeah, the story's short if you just blow through the story, but there's so much other shit to
Yeah.
do as far as side quests, companions, and all that stuff. But because each companion I think has their own quest line too that you need to like, or you can choose to get them through or not, or pursue it. But no, I will get Outer Worlds too. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was fantastic, but it kept my attention enough to finish it. And there's not many RPGs that do that. other than
That's
like
fair.
your staple
Yeah.
Bethesda games or
What about
I had fun
you
playing
guys?
it.
Either you guys ever fuck with the Bioshock games or
Oh,
not?
100%.
Well, those are good games,
System
but
Shock
I'm
Mm.
never played it. But I meant
64.
to say Mass Effect. You guys ever fuck with the Mass Effect
No,
games?
I
Damn.
played
Dude, you know
Mass
what? I
Effect
did
3.
play Andromeda, and for the first I played like probably like 5-6 hours, and it was terrible, and I didn't ever fucking finish it. I thought it was a cool concept though, kind of
Yeah,
interesting,
that's
but
the weakest one, but
yeah, that's what I read too after I played it. I'm like, oh well, that's great introduction to the game
yeah,
franchise. That
Warframe is hot take. Warframe is what early
that was okay.
Warframe is what Mass Effect should have been. Not Warframe in its current state, but like early like beta Warframe, like way back in the day.
Mass Effect did super well.
Oh, it did well. I
Really
wasn't a
good.
fan of the gameplay or like the
Uh,
story. I didn't
top.
care.
I loved it.
That's good. Was that Xbox only? Did they only do it on Xbox?
The first one was 360 exclusive,
Because I
and
remember
then
that being a big deal.
2 and 3 were on both.
Everything. Yeah.
It did end up going, but they ended up. I think it was just like the trilogy. Like they had like a HD, like triple collection on PS3.
Yeah.
That was the first time it went. The first one was on PlayStation at that time.
For sure. Any current events you guys want to talk about? Well, I guess Jackson, we never really went into hunting season, but for all you listeners up there, it's whitetail deer hunting openers coming up this Saturday here, and it's like tradition with all of our brothers, and our dad's a big hunter, deer hunter, and up here in Minnesota, and we go up to our cabin every year, for the 2-3 weeks deer season goes on, and I usually don't go up the whole time. I'm usually up for a few days. This week I'll be up for like 4 or 5 days, I'm thinking, but
Oh
it's
no shit.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
I think I'm gonna go in Sunday probably.
Yeah, because if I do, like, I would say this, like, I wouldn't mind also just like coming back in and just spending time in Duluth and Superior. I haven't had a few days to really do that, and I will have that opportunity, so maybe I'll do that. But
Oh yeah.
anyways, I really enjoy this time of the year because it's like the one time of the year that all the brothers and like my dad kind of get like alone, like go hang out, do something, like everybody gets together, like, and which is awesome. And honestly, when we first were doing it, a lot of the older brothers and stuff never really came up, and like as the years go on now, it's like almost
I didn't come up. Yeah.
at least one day now. We're up there, like everyone's there at least for like
Dude,
one
well
day,
now
which is
my
awesome.
mindset is like if everyone doesn't come up at least like one day and we're not all together, I kind of get mad. I'm like, why the fuck aren't you there, motherfucker? You know about this for a year, cocksucker. You should be there.
Yeah,
I just think
That's
it's a
fair.
good it's like a good excuse to have everyone get together, and also morbid to say, but like our dad's old, it's like
yeah.
it's great that we could still have these times with
For
him,
sure.
and like
Nothing wrong
And
with
it's his
that,
like
dude.
yeah,
favorite
it's good.
thing.
Soak it up. We gotta soak it up while we have it.
It's
You
my
know what I
dad's
mean?
favorite time of the year.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah,
now,
he's very excited.
yeah, like ever since he retired, which is probably coming up nearly on a year ago now, or a little over a
Mm.
year.
I think 2 now.
Holy shit! Yeah, well,
Yeah, because I was still in high
he
school when
literally
he
he doesn't
retired.
have a ton of hobbies, but he literally like plans, like once deer season's over, it's planning for next year. Like he's building a new
No
deer
kidding.
stand.
Badass.
He's building a new deer
Damn.
stand. Like he's doing something up at the cabin to like improve his hunting game. And like for
That's
you
cool.
folks out there, Ronald Fye, our father, he's like the guy you play as in Cabela's Dangerous Hunts, okay? Like cuz this guy, like my dad, there is not like a single year, he claims this too, that he's never not gotten a deer.
It's true.
Like
Ever since I was a little kid.
even during the seasons of like complete like wolf onslaught, there are like no deer left. My dad always gets one, and it's because of his determination and patience, dude. Because over that 2 week span, he is at any time you can legally hunt in that 2 week span, he is out in his fucking stand. Like
Oh, yeah. Dude,
he's up at the crack ass of dawn
about
because
him?
you have to fight when, or you can only hunt when it's like a certain
Time.
daylight,
Yeah.
and you have to go in
Yeah.
a certain dusk. He's out right at, and he comes in for maybe an hour or two at lunch, and then goes right back out and does that
Dude,
for
also-
fucking 2 weeks straight.
he ain't drinking neither like the rest of the people up there, and also
Yeah, my dad.
he doesn't have a phone. He's not sitting to look at his phone. You know what he's doing? He's sitting and he's looking in the trees, motherfucker. He ain't looking at nothing else, Like he's just chilling up there having a good time.
Old-fashioned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he licks his finger and he puts it in the dirt, and he's like, "There's a buck about 60 clicks out."
Yeah,
It's all
Gross.
No,
That'd be so
I
gross.
really want to emphasize this more, but Paul, we need to get him on the cast, like.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Like,
We
I
thought
have-
that
I
our
have that
dad
extra
as a
red
guest would be
camera.
really spicy.
Pretty
He brings it up all the time too. He's like, when am I coming on the cast? I'm like, I got a web camera for you. We'll use the same mic.
I'd
We'll
like to
come
have
up
my
here.
dad
We'll
on
sit
here,
down.
too. He's brought up bringing it on here.
Yeah, bring all our dads. Get everyone's dad. How about we
Should.
bring
The-
a dad episode?
the
Bring
dad
2 dads.
special.
Get your dad and my dad. Ooh, that'd be awesome. That'd actually be really sick.
Yeah, I mean that's
Good idea.
doable because
Yeah,
it'd
why
only be
not?
2 extra people.
Yeah, it really would.
And
It
you
wouldn't
could
be that
literally
much.
just have them there with you, and then
Yeah.
Jack, you could have Dad up there. Yeah, that'd be perfect.
It'd be awesome.
Look out
Fuck,
for
that's an
Gutterball
idea,
Dad
boys.
special in the
Yeah,
future.
dad special. It'd be awesome.
When's Father's Day? I'm so bad.
I'm really bad at it too.
It
It's
was,
a while. It's a while now. I did get my dad
It's
something.
happened.
Maybe we'll figure out
In
whenever
August
that
right
is.
now.
We'll do it that week.
Father's Day
What-
special
I
cast. Yeah,
have to know now.
Mother's Day too. That'd be kind of cool.
yeah, it would be cool. My mom would hate this show.
Oh yeah, she won't come
mine
on.
would
She
too,
says
but I would
she
feel
says she
kinda
doesn't
bad,
like
though,
it.
if
I don't want to
we
put
had
her
a
on the
Mother's Day special.
I
and,
get
like,
it.
Didn't ask.
I'll ask, but I'm just gonna tell my mom right off the bat you won't like it.
I don't want her on the
Mom,
cast.
can I just
I'll
like
tell that
bring?
right
Can I
now.
just bring you out for lunch instead?
You don't want to come. Yeah, you don't want to be on here. Trust me.
You want no part of it.
She says she doesn't get it, but whatever.
Out
You
of
know.
the 2 moms, I bet you Brandon's mom would be way cooler.
Oh,
with being on the
I'd
cast
rather
than our mom would.
have Brandon's mom on here.
Our mom's a lot more old school.
Mhm.
My
I don't
mom.
know if she could like
the-
chill for an
okay.
hour and sit there.
This was a different time, but my mom went and saw Holland Oates like way back in the day. Okay,
Yeah.
and you know that
Well,
they
yeah,
were
your parents
obviously
are older than
yeah
my
yeah.
parents, I
So
know that.
so like they were obviously like pretty homosexual, right? Like they were like
Mm-hmm.
and so like my mom is like one of her first concerts she goes to, I guess, and they were like I guess grinding on each other on stage and doing stuff very sexual, and she said like not only her but a bunch of people just left because
Yeah.
of that, because like of how how the stigma was back
Mhm.
then, like with the disease and the AIDS crisis and whatever. And I was just
Mhm.
like, Mom, that's horribly offensive. Like,
I'm like,
fucked up.
as a
Yeah.
gay man, like I'm at the point where like it's fine if you don't support gay marriage and shit like that, but you have to understand that you're a piece of shit. There is no surround. I don't care if it's because of your religion or anything. I don't care who you are. Go fuck yourself. Like I'm gonna still respect your viewpoints. It's America.
Hell yeah.
Think whatever you want, but like Ben Shapiro and all that, like, oh, it's because of my religion. I don't care, dude. You're still a piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. But
yeah, your fucking
well,
book,
it's
the
just
book you follow
religion's
was written a
garbage.
million years ago. So
exactly.
Shut the fuck
And
up.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
dude.
say this, meaning like I hate these people. Like I want to like these are the people I want to talk to. Like I'd love that Ben Shapiro on the cast. I want to pick his brain and be like, you know, I don't even need to bring up that. I just want to.
Dude,
you
I
know.
feel like Ben Shapiro would pick us apart one by one. He's a
Oh
very
yeah, dude.
skilled
I don't. Yeah.
speaker.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I think about
articulate
having like
at all.
PKA with Jordan Peterson. I'm like, man, I don't know if I could talk to Jordan Peterson. I don't know, dude.
I think he would
I
tear
feel
me
like he'd be
apart.
cool. Yeah, but he's terrifying.
I
to
feel like
talk
he'd
to.
be subconsciously diagnosing all of us and our problems.
He'd
He'd be like,
writes it
yeah,
down.
yeah. So at the end of the show, he's like, "Well, thanks for having me on. I'm gonna mail this to you guys." Or hey guys, thanks for having me on. I'm gonna mail this to you guys right now. And he mails it to us, and it's all like everything we should be prescribed because of how fucked up.
Yeah, I
things
mean,
are.
he's like, do you need to do this, that, dude? I bet. Fuck, that'd be really gnarly though.
50 milligrams of Ritalin. It's just like
He's like, you should get addicted to benzodiazepines.
yeah. Yeah, I think the solution is to get addicted to benzodiazepine. Whatever the fuck. I think you should clean your room and beat your wife. I think that'd be pretty good for your mental health. It's
Yeah.
like-
Shout out
So-
JP real quick.
Yeah, Young Peterson, shout out.
Yeah, Young P.
Yeah, Young P.
Combination of him and Andrew Tate.
Oh God, have them
Dude,
both on
I
the
can't-
cast. I'd like to have them
I
on just to
can't not
debate each
see
other.
Andrew Tate. Dude, like his character's funny, but I don't watch it. But I can't not see his content. It's all over the
Yeah,
place. It's just
that's the problem with me
flooded my
too.
feed.
His exposure level is massive. Like that's the
Dude,
thing
but
about it.
I didn't know, dude. He's a legit fighter though. Like
Oh,
legit. Like,
kickboxer. Yeah.
oh yeah. Like I didn't know that, and
He'd
I
kick
like
our
watched some
asses.
videos. Yeah, dude, like also like I read like he actually like his whole family's like that. Like they're legit like not pieces of shit at least. So you know. It's
Yeah,
nice. It could be a
he's-
celebrity that's a complete asshole, but I think it's just a character he does.
I think it's a character he does too. The shit he says is so out of this world. Some of it, it's just like, come on. Like,
I think once you get to a certain level of wealth, you become out of touch. And
That's true.
like when you get so rich, you're like, I don't understand
Yeah.
these normal people go through every single day.
100%. Well, it's
you
just
know.
like Colby Covington in the UFC, right? He's always been a great fighter, great wrestler, right? Has some okay striking, and they literally said like whether you win or lose this fight to him, I can't remember which fight it was. We're cutting you no matter what. Like UFC told him that because he doesn't bring in any pay-per-views. So that's when Colby Covington like MAGA hat was born. He put the MAGA hat on and he went out with his belt on his shoulder and just started shitting on people like WWE, and they kept him because he got more pay-per-view buys then. And that, like, literally, dude, there are so many videos of people going up to Colby like at a mall or something, and he's got his belt like he's meeting fans or something, and people are taking pictures with the belt. And like one of the dudes asked at one point, he's like, dude, like you're super nice. Like, how come you don't do this normally? He's like, well, it doesn't sell. He's like, trust me, I would be a nice guy all the time like I normally was, but it doesn't sell. I have to be an asshole, like, or I won't have a job.
For
and
some
so
people,
maybe he's on to
for
something.
some people,
Fuck
yes.
you guys.
There are some people where their skill or how they are or how they're built is so, like, for instance, Francis Ngannou. Nothing super crazy about him other than like he's just super ripped, huge, and could knock you out in like with one punch. He's just a big boy.
Gnarly power, dude.
Gnarly power. And that's the thing that draws people in. But his like he's very humble, like one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet from what I hear. So like
he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, so it's just like there's different ways to pull in numbers, and just like Colby, that was his only choice. He's a boring fighter, kind of, but like he had to do like kind of like Chael Sonnen. I doubt that happened to Chael, but he was always a shit talker. Like
kind of like even Jake Paul and Logan Paul, like you were saying.
That's
like,
the thing is like
appeal to the bad boy.
But that's what I'm also kind of seeing UFC. Like I've barely been following it, like as compared to a lot of people, but like kind of seeing it change into like a lot more like flashy, like Sean O'Malley. Like you get these guys coming up that are all like characters, you know, like I feel like that's really playing. Yeah, boxing. The Candyman.
For sure. I mean, that's how it's always been with fighting, like with just the lead up with all the press conferences and shit. Like,
you even think so? Like
try selling it.
Like who was the first Conor McGregor, or was there nobody else like him in like the UFC?
Like who question.
Who was the one to do the character, the macho fucking madman, I can knock out anybody, asshole plumber man, but then actually back it up, you know, for that time that he was like,
a little bit
double champ.
He
did for a while. He was a double champion, dude. Like
there was like the Chuck Liddell time. There was
but I just feel like
there was the Anderson Silva time. Like
I guess. I suppose
stuff like that.
Yeah, I do get what you're saying, Paul. Because when I talk to my coworkers, I'm not a very UFC guy, but they're definitely not UFC guys, and they're like, "Oh yeah, all I know is Conor McGregor," and I'm like, "Yeah, of course you do." I feel like that definitely popularized it a lot.
He made it 100%.
At least for my generation, I should say.
I mean, guess who's next in line? If Patty can still back it up, Patty's going to be the next Conor McGregor, 100%. He just needs to keep backing it up. Yeah, dude, that's really close. He fights Jared Flash Gordon. Can't wait for that.
Flash Gordon. I'm hyped, dude. I fuck with Patty heavy. I've been watching his vlogs every once in a while.
Yeah, dude, he's marketing himself so well. He's shitting out YouTube vlogs like every day, and I'm like, bro, you are gonna. He's like just fucking rolling like already, dude.
500,000 subscribers. Just dude, he is a nice guy. He's like a generally fucking good dude. Yeah. Mike Tyson had him on his podcast, also pretty big. And he kept calling him Patty the Fatty, so I thought it was pretty funny. Like Tyson did.
Yeah. Well, literally, when he weighed in that last fight, for all you fucking fat shaming me, pulls down his drawers and slaps his ass. You can kiss my ass.
Yeah. Oh, good. Dude, I love being able to tell people. I'm like, who's your favorite UFC fighter? Like Patty the Batty, and they're like, I don't know. They're that guy. I'm like, he's the dude that teabagged that one guy. And they're like, oh,
he did that. Oh, was it Jordan Levitt?
Yeah, Jordan. Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna teabag him like it's Modern Warfare 2.
And honestly, that I'm still so surprised Patty submitted Jordan. I saw it going the other way. I thought Jordan would have submitted Patty. Yeah, because Jordan's just like
that was a good
great
fight.
Yeah, it was a good game. Good fight.
I'm excited to see him come back.
Yeah, I fuck with Patty.
When's that?
December 10th, I think, or 3rd. It's the 3rd or the 10th. I know there's events.
I think it's the 3rd. From what I looked at. Yeah.
Hope so. That's coming up soon then.
Real quick.
Fucking literally a month from now.
A month?
3rd, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Yeah, I guess, it would be.
Well, anyways, boys, we're a little over an hour here. Any topics, any pressing things you guys wanted to kind of put on the line before we close up Gutterball 20?
Not a whole lot. I just want to go wrap up into what we've been doing again, kind of.
Yeah. Good channel.
Still yeah, kind of still throwing out shorts. I'm gonna start working hard on the long length videos. It's YouTube. I don't want to shit talk YouTube because I want them to give us money. So, but YouTube will not give us watch hours for shorts, so that's kind of lame. And um, our channel, a lot of traffic comes from shorts, so we're gonna focus on videos that are like 9 to 15 minutes long. So you guys can watch that little clips of longer Gutterball.
Shorter clips,
We
yeah.
talk about funny shit. First one, I'll give you a little sneak peek. I was gonna talk about the time Paul set on fire the jungle gym in our Halloween episode. So go check that out. If you haven't seen that, you can watch that right
That's
now
so
before I even put
bad.
it out. Or you can wait till I throw up the video and give us, likes and comments and
Yeah, it
views.
was
But
literally that whole episode was just me being a bad kid. Like, yeah, it was
yeah,
just
like
really
Paul, yeah,
bad, dude.
I'm like trying to not make shorts that make you look bad. Cause like some of the shit you
But they
say is like,
do. They make
yeah,
me
like
look,
sorry,
but it's
I don't,
fine. No, it's fine.
okay,
I think
you're cool,
it's
okay.
good. I think it's good.
Cause like I made
Because it
what one
markets
did I
well.
make?
Because it markets
Or,
well. But man,
oh yeah,
it just, I
yeah.
look at him, I'm like, Jesus, I'm a piece of shit.
You say some fucking yeah. Um, but yeah, just want to say that I got nothing else. Anything else you guys want to wrap up with?
No, that's pretty much it. A little update on merch since it's been a minute. I know we talked about it in the past. We're probably looking at like January, early spring for merch, just because we got to set up a website. I already got a couple t-shirt designs, maybe a hat design with the Gutterball on it. So all of you out there looking to support us, don't worry, we will have merch you can soon buy, and that would be the best way currently probably to support the show would be buying merch once we have that live. And we'll get you guys the link and all that fun stuff. Again, we do have audio only available on Apple Podcasts. And honestly, if you're lucky, sometimes it gets post Friday or the day before Saturday. So you could listen to 20, maybe even a little earlier. So go check it out audio only on Apple Podcasts. But anyways, Gutterball 20. Everybody have a great rest of your weekend.
Gutterball 20.
Gutterball
Please like and
20.
subscribe.
Woo! Like and
Thanks.
subscribe.
Thank